Hello and welcome to episode 6 of I Want to Run Eastenders, Stacys special episode. So why have I been inspired to do an episode like this? Well, I think my Eastenders every episode would be focused on a character, even though all the characters will be featured. I think each episode would focus emotionally on one character. And this is Stacey's special episode. But there's more to it than that. I was watching Our Girl the other night and I just was reminded what a unique special actress Lacey Turner is. Really special, and I'm amazed she returned to EastEnders, but then I'm reminded that it doesn't matter how good you are in the acting game, it's a competitive industry and really hard however good you are to get the big jobs. So what's the special episode all about? Well, at the beginning of the episode, Stacey is approached by the police they want her to be an insider in Chrissy Watt's crime syndicate so she can inform on her. Stacey decides not to do this because she believes that she doesn't want to put her daughter in danger. She doesn't want to put her own life at risk. She's afraid. The policeman, who will be a kind of regular character in my EastEnders, is reminding her that she's lived in the square for many years. The community needs her. The copper sees her as some kind of hero. He's trying to motivate her to do it. And he basically says, if not you, then who? But she still says no, and that's the end of that. Later on, she's then approached by Chrissy Watts. Chrissy asks her to join her crime syndicate. She says she believes that Stacey's a girl of many talents and she can use her. Stacey refuses that offer as well. Well, Chrissy doesn't take this refusal too lightly, so she gets one of her goons to steal Stacey's bipolar medication. As soon as Stacey goes to take her medicine and it's not there, she becomes erratic, paranoid. She travels around, she steals from a shop. She starts to do things she wouldn't normally do. In the end, she faints and she's rushed to hospital. She's okay. She's given her medication. Of course, this would happen more slowly and more gradually throughout the episode. Not obviously, but Chrissy comes to visit Stacey in hospital, and she basically says, "This is what happens when people refuse me," and she walks away. Stacey then asks the policeman to come and see her at the hospital, which he does, and she basically says, "You know that offer you made me? I'm in," because Stacey's angry now. She knows now that she is needed by the community, and she does take the offer, and then she basically tells Chrissy that she's so afraid of her now that she's learned her lesson and she does want to work with her and her crime syndicate. What's going to complicate things a bit more, that Stacey will have a relationship with Danny Watts. Now, Danny Watts, of course, is the secret son of Den Watts, and he is involved in Aaron Wilmot Brown's crime syndicate. So this is going to complicate a lot of things within the story, and that would be Stacey's special episode. So this is all part of my fiction, my EastEnders fiction that I'm working on. Now, as I'm here, we might as well talk about what's been going on in EastEnders, the actual programme. So since we last spoke, there was not the fire. We spoke about the fire, didn't we? It was Phil's shooting, wasn't it? Phil's shooting, to me, as I said to you when I did the episode, I believed it would be more zero consequences storytelling. Already he's talking, and I predict within 2 weeks he'll be back at home and he'll be fine. I mean, Stone the Crows. He wakes up and he starts making jokes with Sharon. If I was shot, mate, believe me. You're talking about someone being shot. This is serious. And as I say, this is no good. Now let's go to Linda's rape. Linda's rape, I believe, so far has been done really well. If something's good and I like it, I'm going to say so. I think Linda's rape has been brilliant. The performances have been absolutely fantastic. So I'm starting to get a better vibe since the rape, I think. One thing that was weird, though, we didn't see Phil in hospital for quite a few episodes, did we? And they kind of just went through to the rape build-up, which was kind of weird, really. But the actual rape was really good. And now I'm excited because I can see what Dominic Treadwell-Collins is trying to do. He's chipping away at Mick Carter's character. And eventually, when he finds out that Shirley's his mum, when he finds out that his wife's been raped, this will chip away at the character. And I think we'll start to learn that he wasn't always this nice, shrinking violet probably when he was a young man, because he was in a home, maybe he was a bit of a street kid, maybe, you know. And I think we're looking at another Grant Mitchell in the making here. Fingers crossed. Danny Dyer's a brilliant actor. We know what he's good at. We should be seeing that. So I think EastEnders is moving to a better place. Now on Sunday, a paper was saying that EastEnders is in ratings crisis. Now EastEnders publicity then tweeted quite angrily saying, how can they say that? It's not true. We had 7 million viewers for, I think, the rape episode, or was it the shooting, one of them. And my point is this: yes, it's all right being bullshit about getting 7 million for one night, because that was an event episode. We know what happens with the publicity. People watch. But the truth of the matter is, it's not just about one episode. You need consistent ratings. Let me give you an unconnected example. The Walking Dead is the biggest show in the world, ratings-wise. But now people don't. It gets big ratings for the little episodes, for the filler episodes. Those episodes that nothing much happens. Everyone still turns up because they trust the show. They trust the showrunners. They want to keep on watching the show. Now EastEnders and soaps ratings go up and down, and really it's only the big episodes that get big viewers, and that's the problem. Because if a show had that much quality within the episodes, and I'm not suggesting that each episode has to be big and a murder or an arson or a rape, I'm saying if your actors are good enough, if your writers are good enough, if your showrunners are good enough, then the show should always have the good pace, the meat in the sandwich, to get people to watch every week. And this is not happening in EastEnders because people have lost faith in it. Now maybe slowly through this rape story and other stories, Dominic Treadwell-Collins can build up the faith in EastEnders again. I don't know. You know, that's not for me to say. I do think Dominic Treadwell-Collins is a talented storyteller, but I honestly believe he's fighting the BBC. I don't know this, but I think he really had to fight for this rape story. Really. He had D'Angelo, who plays Dean Wicks, who didn't really want to do the rape thing, and Dominic had to persuade him, which I think is outrageous. I mean, you're an actor. I mean, don't you want to be challenged? And look what D'Angelo did with his performance with the rape. Brilliant performance. I mean, I think as Dominic said to him, what would you rather do? Go out as someone pulling a few girls, or do you want to go out on a massive rape story that challenges you as an actor? It's a no-brainer. So that really confused me. But the truth of the matter is, I believe that Dominic has had to fight for this rape. I think that Dominic does want to make EastEnders go back to this gritty, great show where Albert Square is a dangerous place. And when I used to watch EastEnders as a kid, it was one of those shows where you thought anyone could die at any minute. You know, you could walk out and get stabbed. That was the kind of persona of London in the 80s. You were scared. And I suppose people are not as scared now, but there's still dangers out there. I just believe that EastEnders was created to be a gritty, compelling, dramatic show, and that's how it should be staying. I know that we've seen another trailer, and we've seen a guy not wearing much and something falling off so we can see his plonk. We're seeing Sonia kind of getting her Frupney bits out, and it's all kind of meant to be light and fluffy, a mixture of the drama. As I said before, this is not EastEnders. EastEnders needs to just be dramatic. As I said, nothing has to be massive, you know, end of the world storylines all the time, but it needs to excite people constantly, and that's what it hasn't been doing. So a lot more better at the moment, but we'll see where we're going, and still don't get why we've got all these Carters. I would assume slowly they'll be whittled down. I mean, Nancy, nothing against the actress, but Nancy Carter, it bores the hell out of me. She just really annoys me. There's not much to her, and she's beginning to bore me. And let's be honest, guys, Nancy's a lesbian. Let's get this straight. She's a lesbian. I know she gets off with Dexter soon, but she's a lesbian. Let's cut the crap here. Nancy's a lesbian. Let's do this. She's a lesbian. Right. Let's get past it. I'm sorry, but I had to say that. That kind of annoys me. I think she kind of, someone asked her that in like a few episodes back, like ages ago, and she goes, "No, I'm straight." Maybe she's bi. I'm saying that Nancy is definitely gay, and there's nothing wrong with that. You go, girl. So here we are. I hope you like my idea for Stacey's episode. You can get in contact at the bottom on Twitter. I'm Movies TV Mad on Facebook. I'm Mick Meanus on YouTube. I'm Mike Meanus. smallvillemad@gmail.com. Please contact me and please watch this and spread the word. We'll talk again. See ya.